What does a pullback in professional trading mean, and how exactly can we trade with it? Hello, I'm Tradiology and I hope you're doing well. In today's video, you'll learn what a real pullback is and how different it is from the one you've been taught so far. Before watching this valuable lesson, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Let's get into the training. In previous lessons, we learned about a very powerful concept in technical analysis called spikes. Spikes are candles that usually start a new trend, and in these spikes, candles don't overlap. This means the candles move upward one after another, and sellers don't have the strength to push the price below the previous candle. But the real question is, when does a spike actually end and the market shift into a new phase? Pay close attention here, because at the end of this video, with the concept you're about to learn, we'll build a very strong strategy together. If you don't understand this correctly, you won't be able to trade it. A spike ends when the price goes below the last spike candle, showing a slight weakness. The moment a candle pushes below the last spike candle, that candle becomes the pullback candle. This is when the pullback happens. A pullback simply means the market is taking a pause to prepare for continuation in the previous direction. This is a highly professional perspective on price. Beginners, however, usually call something else a pullback. When a level breaks upward, price returns to retest that broken level, then moves higher again. Yes, that is also a pullback, but what we focus on is when a candle moves under the last spike candle, that's our pullback, and from there, price can continue upward immediately or extend a bit before resuming. To make it clearer, let's look at a downtrend example. A bearish spike forms, and when a candle closes above the last spike candle, a pullback is confirmed. Notice how strongly price dropped after that pullback. The same happens with the next spike. After the pullback, the market continues downward. But here's the important part: if you don't understand the difference between a pullback and a full trend reversal, you'll make mistakes. For example, imagine a bullish spike forming at the top of a trading range. Is that really a pullback? Most would say yes, but then a sharp drop follows. Why? Because context matters. Never look for certainty in trading, we only aim to increase probabilities. Always check where the spike and pullback occur. If the spike happens at the top of a trading range, are we more likely to buy or sell? Naturally, sell. So, in that area, expecting a pullback and continuation upward is dangerous and will likely cause losses. The best place to look for pullbacks is after a bullish spike forms at support. Similarly, you can use the MTR setup. Wait for a spike, then watch for a pullback until price reaches resistance. To simplify into a rule, if price hasn't yet hit resistance, a pullback suggests continuation upward. But if price has already reached resistance, that move might not be a true pullback, and staying bullish could be risky. Also remember, the smaller the pullback, the stronger the trend, meaning higher probability trades. But when pullbacks grow larger and happen more frequently, that signals trend weakness. Now that we understand what a pullback truly is, let's move to the strategy one promised at the beginning. This is the same strategy we learned with spikes before, but now with a much deeper understanding. Do you remember the rule? Wait for a spike to form, then place a buy limit order just below the last spike candle. Why do we do this? Because at that last spike candle, the pullback occurs. That pullback is simply a pause before continuation. Since we trade spikes at support, it means we're focusing on strong trends. In strong trends, pullbacks are usually small and price quickly continues in the main direction. That's why professionals confidently buy at the first pullback, while beginners panic at spike exhaustion and make poor decisions. This video is packed with key insights, so I recommend watching it several times, taking notes, and practicing, because truly understanding this strategy and the concept of pullbacks can significantly improve your trading. Thank you for watching until the end. If you found it useful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.